Alright, welcome to Stone Cold Runes, where runes are written in stone and stone never change.
More masculine role that you'd be playing?
That sounds pretty sexist. Like,
move your focus and your nurture and your love away from that man.
So, first episode. So I got to choose what we're gonna talk about today. So we're gonna talk about women prioritizing work before family and how the age has been. It's beginning to be older and older when you start having kids.
Mm-hmm.
That's the subject for today.
Mm-hmm.
And we have some videos we're gonna react to as well.
Just start having kids older. Mm-hmm. Alright,
Yeah.
we have a few videos for that.
Yep,
Sort of to make that make sense.
exactly.
To some degree, I suppose.
So let's hop on to the first video.
Really?
Yeah.
Alright, let's do that.
Would you really value having your dream career and zero family? Or would you rather have a family without a career?
I'd rather have the career
Why the career though?
because I know that I earned that. I have that. I did that for myself. I would love for somebody to be beside me and uplift me, but I made that on my own. Whereas a family with no career, I'm just settling to hope that someone else will always take care of me, and I don't want that.
But you're playing a very vital role as a mom with kids,
I wouldn't
raising
have-
them to be the best people that they could be, while your husband does everything else.
He could be the stay-at-home dad. I want my own career.
So you don't think that's a more masculine role that you'd be playing?
That sounds pretty sexist. Like, no. I feel like it doesn't matter if you are a female or a male. You should be able to provide for your family or do whatever you'd like. I personally would not like to be in a relationship where I don't work.
So, that was interesting.
Yeah. So you think it's like she's, I mean, this lady clearly thinks that it's a lot more viable to have a good career than a family. Obviously.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I thought it was interesting. She said that she wants somebody there to lift her up and shit like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, what does that mean? Like,
Good question.
Like, lift her up? Is that like, oh, I want somebody there to lean on, but I still want to make the dough, and he can stay home, right? But is that really what she wants?
Yeah, do you think she would actually be okay with the dude staying home, not working,
Yeah, I don't know.
bringing home?
Like, when she comes home and she, like, gets in through the door, and he's, like, standing there with a fucking mop, you know,
Yeah.
doing the floors or
Oh,
whatever.
yes, the maid outfit.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. The maid outfit. Dogs are running around. Kids are screaming, right? Running around there. But hey, honey, I'm so happy you're home. Like, oh, I'm just gonna start making food. Like,
What do you want?
what do you want for dinner? Really? Do you really think she wants that out of that guy? Do you really think she'll be happy with that?
No.
Like, that preset is probably not. I would say that most girls would find that rather repulsive. Like, to be honest.
That's pretty sexist. Yeah. Oh god, yeah, it's kind of sad.
Like,
I think it's sad, like,
that
wanting
is
to-
she sad or the whole thought about it is sad?
the thought about it, I
The
guess,
thought about
that work is more important. Like, the dude that's
Right.
interviewing her, like you said, like, teaching the kids and all that stuff. That's very important to have good people in our society that contributes and are not like I guess.
Well, yeah, sure. But then again, it's like you have to teach your kids right. You
Yeah.
can't just teach them shit and be done with it. You have to teach them right. So, and the problem is not going to be him teaching the kids wrong, the staying at home. The problem is she's not going to want that guy. So she's gonna
Nope.
be like she pushed out 2 kids, and it's gonna be like, okay,
Going back to work.
yeah, basically going back to work.
Bye-bye.
See you later, honey. And then he'll be doing the dishes, and it might be texting a bit when she is at work, and she's like, hey, I'm doing this awful cool interview shit with my boss later this
that-
afternoon.
Patricia at work.
Right.
Like, do you know what you did today? I can't.
Something like that, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
And he'll be like, yeah, I'm just gonna change diapers on the kid, and then I'm going to the playground for like half an hour, and then I'm gonna go walk the dogs and do the dishes and shit like that. And she'll be like, okay, like really, is that really what we're doing? Like, I don't think anybody really likes that shit, especially like when it comes to women. I don't think they want to see their guys doing that stuff. Like, it's okay when they're at home themselves. Let's say you're on, I don't know, holiday, vacation, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think that's an issue because, I mean, sure, you're pitching in a little bit while you're both at home. I don't think that's an issue, but to see him at home 24/7 doing this shit and her sort of going out to work, it might work for a month or 2 or 3, but shit, like all the time, no, I don't think so. I think that's a bad idea. I don't think that'll work. She'll lose respect for him very quickly.
Would you like to stay at home?
I think we had this conversation like a while ago. I think we'd had that. I would be like, yeah, I'd be like, cool, stay-at-home dad. I think I said that. The thing is, like, for guys, when you're thinking about it that way, actually raising the kids in some sort of sense and doing shit like that, I don't think most guys would have anything against actually raising the kids and shit like that. I don't think they would. The problem is that you can't sort of give the kids 100% what they need, right? A mom can, at least the first like 2 or 3 years.
Exactly.
Like that's
it's different.
It is very different. Like a guy can be there, whatever, and help out and stuff like that. But I think
it's just like a lot of crying. At least the first year for us, it's like the first 5 months. A lot of crying and don't know what the is happening.
Yeah,
I think that women biologically have more patience for that than men do.
Well, I mean, yes, to some degree, I would agree with that. But I also think that it's sort of biological, sort of built in that you should be able to handle it in a different way.
Yeah.
And I think for guys, it's more like you're there to,
make sure they have everything they need.
Sure. To sort of get through the first to third year, and then they could be there a little bit more, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that's what I think about that. And,
yeah.
I mean, she's gonna find herself alone. I mean, what is she like? What, like 30?
35.
35?
30, 35. And do you see the outfit she's having on?
Yeah, I have no
Obviously
idea.
Out.
Yeah, she's out. Yeah,
Club or something.
Yeah, probably.
At 30, 35, single woman. Yeah, that's kind of sad. Sorry. I'm sorry, but sad.
I don't know. It's just. I mean, imagine if she got into a relationship when she was 25. And
Yeah.
Into a love, like a good relationship, and she, he took care of the shit that he needed to, and she got the kids and everything. I mean, whatever. It's. She could probably still, I guess do her stuff, in the background. She wanted a company or do something else. She can probably do that still if she's at home, right?
Yeah.
But it's just sad because it's like you climbed in the corporate ladder for no reason. No guy's gonna want to touch that because they know she doesn't have any other sense than her career. She's very adamant about that.
Yeah.
So it's a problem.
Yeah, it's not very attractive, I would say.
No, it's not very attractive because I mean a guy wants her to be all about him. That's the thing. And she's not gonna be that. She's gonna be all about her and her career and whatever she's doing. And she's gonna be her boss on the side while her guy's at home, cleaning, cooking, doing whatever.
Yeah.
And when she's done fucking her boss, she's gonna get home, right? And then it's eventually you might find out or not, but it's just it's not gonna work. Like,
but how does that play out? Because man wants the women to be all about them, and the woman wants the men to be all about them.
That's why I'm saying she's gonna be f***ing her boss, because her boss is the one that has, I guess, more power than she does.
Oh, yeah.
So then she's gonna want the guy, like, she's basically what she's doing is she's finding a babysitter to her kids, and then she's going off and, like I said, doing her boss that has more power than she does, because that's eventually what you're looking for. That's actually what you're looking for.
It's more of a respect thing.
Right.
Maybe.
Right. And I mean, if she's finding that in her boss or CEO or whatever, then that's where she's gonna go, and he's gonna be at home not knowing what's going on. So it's gonna be like, who cares? I'm gonna work overtime. Okay, like, I'll get dinner ready later, like whatever. You know, it's not gonna work. And I'm not saying that's always what's gonna happen, but I mean, it's not what women want. There are very few women. I don't know, but I would say that there are very few women who would like that, who would see that as a viable thing to do. Mm-hmm. At least, that's what I think.
Why do you think that women today, like, mostly want to put their career before family?
I think it's several things. I think first of all, we've been trying to teach the population that is something that we should be doing. It's egalitarianism for one thing. I think that it's something that we've been trying to teach the population to because I mean it's better if you have people that pay taxes at a higher threshold. I think that's always something that matters, right? I mean, women, they're smart, they're not stupid, right? They have the school sort of, you can sit on the school bench for 10 hours, it's not gonna make your legs crawl, but it does with guys. Most of the time anyway, but with girls it doesn't, apparently. So they can actually sit in a school bench and they can do their work, and they can do, you know, get good degrees in a way that guys usually don't. And I mean, you have a whole new workforce that's very, you know, educated and have their degrees and want to get their degrees and all this stuff, and that's like the first thing you see when a girl breaks up with a guy when they're in their like 30s, early 30s, they go back to school. So why is that the case? It's a thing here and it's a thing in other Western countries, so I don't really know, but it appears to be the case. So why is that the case? The problem with this, with school and women, is that women has a tendency of not finishing school. So,
or at least not working with what they
No, I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about actually finishing their degree. They start it, but then they go 1 or 2 years. Let's say they have a 3 year until they finish their degree. They're gonna go 2 years, and they find a guy, and they stop sort of educating themselves up until the 3rd year. So they actually just jump off school, right? So that's the problem. So it's a lot of guys or a lot of girls. At least from what I know, in the U.S., they go to school. A lot of girls go to college and whatever. They meet their
the love of their life.
Yeah, the love of their life. Let's put it like that. And they get married that way, and they just stay together. There's a lot of those people too, and they're not that many nowadays, but it used to be the case. And it doesn't mean that the girl is stupid or uneducated or anything like that. It just means that she found something that was more important. And I think that's something that we lost, you know, during the sort of egalitarian thinking about how society should be regulated. I think that's the problem. It's a drawn out answer, I know, but that's, you know, that's what I think. Would you do something like this? Work to, you're 35, not having a guy, not having any kids, not having any prospects of having kids.
And probably would just myself at that point.
Really? I mean, what? Let's say you have, let's say your monthly salary is $80,000. Just to be really like that's 800.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, that's almost 1 million Swedish crowns. That's a lot of money. Like you'll be in the top 10 CEOs in the country, probably. Let's say you line up something like that. Would that still not be the case?
I mean, I don't really know what I would do with that money.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You just want the money. Because that's what this girl seems to be thinking.
Yeah.
Like you have to try to put herself in. You don't know because you haven't talked to her, but this guy, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Yeah, I don't know. I've been more about family than money in my life, so it's never been like, questioning for me
right.
if I should like choose the money or the family.
Right.
It's always gonna be family.
I mean, you know what your mother is like, right?
Yeah.
But what about your mom? I mean, you're 23 soon. You're gonna be 23
Yeah.
in a few months. So what do you think your mother is like? I mean, you're still young, so let's go back to your mother for a sec. What do you think she will be like when it comes to that? Let's say you give her the same options. What do you think she would choose?
I mean, she met my father at 24, 23 as well.
No,
So
like 2 years apart, basically, from
Yeah.
when you met yours, I suppose.
yeah, so she was pretty young as well.
Mhm.
I mean, she lived in Brazil, and
Sure.
economy there is it's laughable. And she was an English
I don't
teacher.
know about laughable, but it's like, okay, let's say it's laughable.
Yeah,
Okay.
and she was an English teacher, so I can't say how much she made. And
We gotta interview her on one day, by the way. But anyway, let's continue.
But in Brazil, it's very different from here in Sweden, where we live. It's also a lot about family there.
Right.
It's everything you do is with family. Every fucking day, someone is coming over, and you're like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I don't know. I was bored.
Just hanging out.
All right,
Like,
fuck.
what the fuck?
Yeah, I remember I was so like weirded out when I went to Brazil when I was like, I don't know, 10 or something, when I could remember it.
Sure.
And when you greeted people, you kissed them on the cheek, and I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
I don't know
it's,
you.
Yeah, that's the thing. in
They're
these
like, oh
countries.
yeah, hi, I missed you so much. You were such a baby when I last saw you. And I'm like, I don't know you. Hi.
Who are you and why are you kissing me? Yeah, right. No, but it's a thing. It's a cultural thing, right? I think it's great. I don't really see an issue with that. I think it's kind of endearing. I don't really see a problem with that. But
Yeah,
it's very interesting how different it is, right?
Yeah, definitely. And before I met you, I was seriously thinking about moving there because
Right.
my love for my family there and like
Right.
the community, and everyone's so open and easy to talk to. At least
Right.
if you look like a Brazilian, it's very like open and all that
Right. If
stuff.
you look like a Swedish guy, it would be like,
yeah,
"Go
you're
fuck
robbed."
yourself." Yeah, you'll be right. Like
you'll be robbed like
yeah,
this.
yeah, they'll rob you and they'll throw you in the ocean,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
So-
No, I don't think so. I think it would be pretty great.
Yeah.
You
At least if you're with someone that looks like a Brazilian.
I mean, your dad turned out great, didn't he?
Yeah,
But he was with a girl that looks Brazilian.
Yeah,
So it was like,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, so.
it's crazy. No,
Yeah.
no, it's crazy. I realize. Yeah, I see a lot of these. I guess these countries that they all treat each other that way. A lot of people do anyway. So it's kind of endearing, feels like I mean there was not I guess a very long time ago since the European sort of culture was like that a little bit.
Closer to
It was a lot of handshakes, a lot of pats on the back, some kisses even, and some shit like that. That was only like 150 years ago, 150 years ago. So that's interesting, how easy it could just turn on its head, right? But now it's like, leave me the f*** alone.
Yeah,
And-
exactly. If you see your neighbor go out the same
Oh,
time you're
yeah.
gonna go out, you're like, yeah, I'll wait.
Yeah, I'll wait. I'll just hang out and drink some coffee and just, oh, the neighbor's going in again, let's go out. A little bit like that. Yeah, we are. Like, unfortunately, I think we're a little bit, I don't know why we are that way.
Good question.
Yeah, it is a good question. We should look into that in another episode, but we just are. And, I mean, it could be a consequence of living it's like a rural sort of lifestyle, right? Could be. And neighbors were just issues, right? They could have issues or problems and you had to help them with shit or whatever. And it could be eventually something like that, and eventually, it turned into you just avoid your neighbors. It's easier that way. You have the problems you have, and you just avoid your neighbors.
Yeah.
I mean, you say hey and whatever, but you just walk on, right? A little bit like that. We try to. I try to. Me personally, try to be a little bit more sociable, but it is hard sometimes.
Yeah.
People just don't want to talk. Eventually, like people don't. It's the way it is.
Yeah.
So. Anyway.
Anyway, we should probably put on the next video, and then we'll
Oh, yeah,
continue
we have a
talking
second
about
video.
this subject.
Yeah, we have a second video. All right, let's look at that then.
The only reason why men are even relevant to a lot of women is because a lot of women don't have money and think that they need to go through men to get money and resources and protection. You don't. I'll tell you that. You don't. I make a lot of money. I make a lot of money. You don't. You don't. It's ghetto. It's much more ghetto once you're no longer in survival mode. Go make that money. Move your focus and your nurture and your love away from that man and move it towards money. And all of a sudden, the abundance that's going to flow in is going to be remarkable. Okay? You're going to be a little bit more patient. You're going to have to be a little patient and consistent. But once that money starts to flow, holy shit, you're like, what the ew. Ew. What type of trick was I falling for? It's beyond the circus. It's...
So, do you need men?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a very consistent answer. Why? Why do you need men?
Because there's things women can't do that men can, I guess.
What?
What? You're gonna put me in the spot?
Yeah, I'm gonna put you on the spot a little bit right now because this is interesting. Like there is a big following for these people. I've seen a lot of his videos through the years, and I've seen like a lot of women tends to think that society is gonna work without men. It tends to think that it's gonna be like a utopia without men, right? Like it's gonna be some kind of a, I don't know, special kind of society that, it's gonna be special in some way.
Yeah, the comments in this video. When
Yeah,
I
I
become
know.
rich, I would never talk to a man.
Yeah.
Once you're self-sufficient, you realize that they're just there, not adding value, just there, invading your space and energy. Oh God, yeah, it's just like, I mean, okay, this world is beautiful, but it can also be very ugly.
And chaotic.
Chaotic.
Sure.
And I think that a lot of women could not handle that shit.
Oh, but let's just, okay, you're getting to a certain thing, and I want to just take that out.
Oh, you want to take that out?
So let's just say that,
In a relationship or what?
yeah, like poof, like all men disappears.
Oh, okay.
Like a lot of guys have done this on the web, on the internet, whatever, on YouTube, Rumble, doesn't matter. They've posed these questions to women, and I think it's interesting because you almost get. I've seen a lot of answers, but none of them is really viable to how reality sort of correlates in this. So, what would happen? And do you think that women could actually make that work, or do you think it would go back to a sort of Stone Age kind of thing? And how do you think that would turn out?
I think that, first of all, obviously humankind wouldn't survive. We would die out.
Oh,
We
what?
can't be...
Is that really the case? Okay, let's put it like this. Let's say a lot of women are MDs. They have like really high degrees, professors, whatever. Because they're starting to look like that. In the medical profession, there's a lot of women. And let's say they all get together and they say, we're going to preserve the human race in a certain way. We have a lot of sperm stored away, and then we have to clone sperm, right? We have to make that work. Let's say these people make that happen.
All right.
In the next 30 years.
All right.
Could the human race still survive? But no men will be born. Only women.
Okay, no man will
No,
be born.
no men doesn't exist anymore. Only women.
Okay, oh shit. I mean, I think it would be like how it used to be 1,000 years ago or something. Like you build small communities
Right.
where you have one doctor and one
Sure.
whatever, and one whatever.
Yeah, you have like
Try-
a town of 20 people, and
Yeah.
it's like one doctor.
and you take care of each other. And they probably be very like violent against other people.
Right.
Women can be very ugly against each other.
I
I
mean,
don't even know if communities would work against women, honestly. at
yeah.
this
See,
point.
I think like if I want to be a little bit negative toward this whole thing. I think that women would have an issue with women everywhere in this sort of society that we're building here, because women have a tendency of being very, I mean,
Jealous.
well, first of all, but if there's no guys around, why are you jealous? Like there's also that, but there's also sort of, I don't think that will go away just because the guys go away, right? Because I mean, wars have been fought over women, right? Men, like hundreds of thousands of men have died over women. So it's like, or societies run, you know, in that sense, and it's like, how do we make that make sense if there's only women around? Like, I don't think women are ever going to get together and first of all do something like that, clone sperm, for example. I don't think they're not even going to think about that. It's not even going to be a thought. It's going to be like, hey, we're living our lives, we're doing whatever.
Yeah,
the
my
guys are
own
gone.
survival.
Right, and they're gonna, you know, pleasure yourself, do whatever you want, whatever. And when all the gas runs out, all the electricity, the generators stop working, everybody's gonna be like, okay, we're going back to the Stone Age, unfortunately, because we have no electricity anymore. We can't run our homes. Nature's gonna reclaim the cities, you know, whatever. And you're gonna move out into small huts again, unfortunately. Like that's sort of my idea through the whole thing, because I want to be constructive through this whole thing as well, because I'm not saying that women are not smart. That's not the thing. I'm thinking that they probably won't do that because they don't like it. Let's change it up. Let's say all women go away. Let's make it the other way around. Society will still function. Most of the electricians are guys. Most of the plumbers are guys.
Yeah.
Most of the builders are guys. Most of the infrastructure, everything is run by men, really. When it comes to these most important things that makes you have gas in your stove or electricity in your walls or whatever you want.
Yeah.
So the problem we're gonna face is that guys will have another 1,000 years to figure out how to clone or how to make a uterus that can make sort of other people. So we have more time. The time is not against us. Or 1,000 years, that's actually wrong. If we don't have any, I guess we couldn't. But let's say we have another 50 years.
Yeah.
Girls might have 20 because you're going to end up in menopause and you're going to end up in these things. But let's say we have another 20 years. I mean, we almost have it today. And we don't even have a shortage of women.
I know.
So how does that work out? But we're still looking into that thing, that specific thing.
Yeah, that's not weird because it's less and less people are being born nowadays, at least
Sure.
in Western societies.
Sure.
A lot of countries, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Less people born. So it's not weird that they're looking into it.
No, but I mean, do you really want it that way? Guys go into a clinic, it's like, hey, okay, we have this uterus right here. It's a thing, it's a machine. You put your sperm into it. You don't have to do the deed with it, but you put your sperm into it, and then it's gonna create a baby. It's gonna be born the right way. It's gonna have all the right things, whatever, the right nutrients. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's gonna have all the right things.
Yeah.
Do you really want that kind of society?
No.
Women is gonna die out very quickly. Because all of a sudden you're gonna have robots that do the pleasuring, right? Because what's going to happen is that, I'm not saying women are going to die out in the sense that they're not going to be born. What's going to happen is that women is going to die out in the sense that they're not needed in the same way. that's the issue with the whole problem, the whole thing. So I'm not saying that it's a good thing. I'm saying that it's a problem in another way.
Yeah, definitely.
Like it is a real problem. Men and women need each other. That's the problem, and that's what we want, you know. And
How would you say that you need me?
well, I mean, I need you for you. I need you for the support, and you know, I need the person that you are beside me because you're great, and I love you. I like hanging out with you. We have a kid together. I think we're doing great. And I mean, it's. I think we're what you're doing, I'm not doing, but what I'm doing, you're not doing.
Yeah.
So we're completing ourselves in a way, and we have a great relationship that way. And I think it doesn't mean that I don't need you or you don't need me. That's not what it's about. It's about creating something that is, you know, special in a way that we can realize that we need each other in a way that, you know, if I don't have time to do this, then I can do this. It's about you're doing what you're doing so that I have time to do other shit.
Yeah.
That's sort of because society today is so complex. There's a lot of stress involved. You don't have many hours you can actually do things that matters. So you have to optimize and make it sort of the best you can do it. And I think that's what we need today, and it's changed in a way because it wasn't used to be like that in some sense. I mean, guys could have been off for, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 months a year hunting and bringing back shit that they've been cooking for the last 4 months, right? And putting in salt and whatever, trying to bring it home to the family and shit like that, while the girls were at home and trying to look after the family and doing their thing. And I think there was different because you still needed each other, but it was a difference because you still had to survive while the man was away.
Yeah.
So you still had to do your thing. So you might have to survive on meat 3 months out of the year. The rest you had to survive out of, I don't know, plants or something, berries, fruits, something else that could probably work. I don't know. I'm not an MD or in anything, but just saying that was probably the case. It wouldn't be weird at all.
Fishing, maybe.
You could, maybe you can do some net fishing. That could probably work as a girl, I guess. You know, but yeah, I wouldn't count on it being very. You were probably not very fat back in those days.
Yeah, no.
I would say most women were probably not, and if they were, I mean, I guess those people were doing great in a sense.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
I've heard about this thing, and it's been a thing for a very long time. They said back in the day, if you had very fat women, then or women who were very fat, that it was a sign that you had a lot of food and you were somehow more. The guys wanted that more.
Yeah.
Like.
Oh God.
I realized how they were thinking if that was the case.
Yeah.
But the problem is that as a man, you probably could do a lot more fighting and getting and hunting and shit like that than you could as a woman. So I don't see how this would correlate through. I want to have babies with this large woman, right? Just because you have a lot of food, it doesn't make really because I could hunt my own food. There was a lot of game back in the day. Not as much as it is today, but there was a lot more. So it was, yeah, I mean, it was probably hard, but I don't think it was, you know, as hard as it probably would be today if society would collapse and everything would go back, you know. I don't think so. But I don't agree with that. I think it would be, I don't think that would be the case. I don't think women would think, I don't think people or men would think like that.
Yeah, no, I don't think so either.
No, I mean, it's, like I said, I'm not a professor in anything or how the world used to be or history or anything, but I don't see a place where I would even think like that even for a second. And humanity's brains haven't changed that much in the last 2,000 years or 4,000 years. So it's, I don't know. Makes you think.
It does.
Do we got another video?
Not on this subject.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So
what is the next subject?
The next subject is older age when starting to have kids.
Wasn't that just what we talked about at the beginning?
it was what I introduced, I guess.
Really?
Mhm.
All right. Well, so what do you think about that? You are a woman, so having kids when you're going to be 40 years old, what do you think that would be like?
I don't think it would be nice
Really?
at all. No.
Why not?
Why not? Because you're old, you don't have the same energy.
You lived your whole life. You're 18 and then all of a sudden 20, all of a sudden 25. You're doing all your partying with your friends, and you turn 30 and you're doing your, I don't know, like fucking PhDs and shit like that. Like Kevin Samuels used to say, like, I'm a PhD, right? You got a PhD in, I don't know, whatever the fuck, stupid subject that might be.
Yeah.
And then you turn 40. All of a sudden you turn 40. Like life runs away, and then you turn 40.
Yeah.
Like I'm 35, and it's like it felt like 2 weeks ago I was 25. So I feel very old. Like I feel older than I am, maybe. I
Well,
don't
I
know.
was 12 then.
You were 12.
Yeah.
Yes, you were.
So I don't think...
Nothing illegal going on here, folks. She's 22. I'm 35. So, just saying. Anyway,
Well, I've never wanted to have kids when I'm that old. I've never seen, like, the positives of that.
not why though. It's like you can have all you want. Isn't that what they teach women today? You can have all you want up until you're 35, and then you just gotta start having kids. Like, why aren't you doing that? Right?
Well, like I said before, I think that I've mostly prioritized family.
Right.
So it's always been like
Right.
family first, nothing else. It's always been like even though I was very, I don't want to have kids, you know. You met my friends and they were like, how the
Yeah.
fuck do you have a kid right now? And we don't, because you didn't want to have kids. But it was like I didn't want to confess it, I guess, because it was so normalized when I grew up that you need to have a job, you need to have a stabilized
Right.
finance situation and everything like that.
Yeah, I want to
A
stop you right
degree.
there. Just a few seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, just stop you right there. So you couldn't even confess to your friends that you wanted to be a mom, a younger mom, let's say, than maybe is normal around 28 to 30 in Western countries now.
Yeah.
28 to 32, I think it is. For guys, it's about 30. So you didn't want that. You wanted to be a younger mom, but you couldn't even confess that to your own friends because that would be weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
but this
don't
is the
know.
thing. This is a
Yeah.
very interesting psychological thing. Why is this happening? Why can't people do this? Why did this happen? Why couldn't you do that?
I think that, I don't know, I thought it was kind of weird, obviously, talking about it at that age, because I've known it for a long time, so I was like, I don't see no reason to talk about it first, and also because it was not really normal. You never heard anyone talking about that. You heard always about studying and all that shit. What I want to do in university and stuff like that. No one was talking about kids or anything.
Right, right.
But I always thought that if I was gonna be a mom, I wanted to do that at a young age.
So if you would go back, I would say, not to just break it off right there, but we can go back to whatever you're talking about in a few seconds. Let me just... So if you go back around 30 to 40 years in human history, you only have to go back about 30 years. It's about 1980s, 1970s, 40 years, 1970s, something like that. Do you think that, do you think it will be the same? Could you talk with your girlfriends in the same way that you do now? You're probably, I would bet that you could say almost whatever you want to your girlfriends. You'd be like, yeah, I want to have kids, I want to do this, I want whatever. I don't think that would have been a problem.
I mean, neither.
But what turned that around? Why is it such a
Taboo.
such taboo? That's a good word. Taboo. Why is it such taboo today to do that? mean, you had a lot of girlfriends, right?
Yeah, I had both.
Yeah, sure, but I mean, girls talk a lot more to their to girlfriends than to the guy friends, right? When it comes to certain things, guys just don't care most of the time.
Yeah.
But girls are like, yeah, they'd rather tell their girlfriends than their guy friends, whatever. So, what changed? What do you think changed?
Well, I think it's because how we were growing up and what our parents told us.
Really?
Yeah.
But do you think your parents got taught that from their parents? I don't think so. I think that's something they learned out of school and out of college and out of these stupid, institutions that they sort of hedged their bets on.
Yeah, probably. I don't think so. I mean, both my... Oh, okay, right. My mom was 25 when she had me.
Sure.
And my grandmother was also around 25, 24 when she had my mom.
Interesting. Brazils have it down, don't they?
So, I mean...
That's interesting.
Pretty young, both younger than it's now, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't really know exactly the stats right out of my head.
Sure.
But pretty young, both of them, so... But I think it's just because, like, my mom moved thousands of miles from everyone she knew and everything she knew.
Yeah.
The
Brazil's
country...
a long way around.
Yeah. To a country that didn't know the language or anything.
She knew English, though. That's a good thing. That's a really good thing.
Yeah, I think that was why she could start
probably.
working so fast. But you probably had like some concerns in the beginning.
But she's like really
like
good at Swedish.
Oh yeah, she is.
She's like, I gotta say, I've met people from all around the world. We have a lot of immigration here, and I've met people from all around the world, and I've never met anybody speaking such good Swedish as your mom do. If you think about how long she's been living here, you could almost assume she's like half Swedish.
Yeah. I know.
Which is kind of weird. Like, I've never heard that. Even the speech, she has sort of this. I don't know. It's like this. I think it's great. I love it. I think it's awesome.
I mean, there's some words here and there where like, Mom, that's not how you say it, but she's like, F you.
Yeah, right. It's just like that. She's funny though. I like her. She's great.
Yeah, but I think she's very fluent. Like, like you said, you could think that she was pretty much raised here.
Right.
Probably.
Right. She could be.
Yeah.
You could definitely say that she could have parents from another country, but she could still be, because her Swedish is so good. It's like I've seen people who are second generation immigrants and they still don't speak Swedish, even half as good as she does.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
Yeah, I know. I met those as well.
So she's doing really good. I think she's gonna have that. I'm very happy that's the way, because then I can understand her in a different way than I would otherwise. I mean, we both speak English probably very good, but still, I think maybe my English is a little bit better. I don't think she can compare, but doesn't matter.
Oh, you mean compared to you and my mom?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Compared to your mom and me.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Probably.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, it doesn't matter. What I was getting at is that it's interesting how things go, right? If it's something you really want, you're gonna get there. And if it comes to the language, it's not really a barrier if that's something you really want. She wanted it, okay?
Yeah.
So that's very obvious. That's what she wanted. She moved here and she got into it. She had kids. She got the guy she wanted, and they got married, right?
Yeah.
And they had their kids, and she learned the language, and she got to work, and everything was like fine.
Yeah. I mean, my mom and my dad knew each other like 3 months or something like that before she got pregnant.
That's interesting. That's
they
very
were talking
interesting.
Online, but my dad was in Brazil for like 2 months, and he lived with my grandmother and mother because they lived with each other.
That's really cool.
Because they were talking, so he lived with them, and then mom got to Sweden with my dad for a vacation for like a month, and then she got pregnant with me.
Okay, so just go back. This is interesting. So your dad met your mom
On the internet.
on the internet.
Yeah.
And then he went to Brazil and he slouched on your grandmother's couch for like a while. And she was like, yeah, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Like for her, it was completely fine.
Yeah, it was.
And it was like, you know, it's a different kind of, like in Sweden, if let's say I have a daughter that would do that and she would bring home some guy from like, I don't know, Brazil,
Yeah.
I'll be like, no
are you
guy
doing?
from Brazil is gonna sleep on my couch for 2 weeks, man.
Yeah.
Like ever. Like, but that's just how we are. But they're different in a sense. It's interesting. That's interesting. Okay, continue.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, and then she went here for like a month in the winter.
So
She was probably crying a lot.
it's cold. It was
Go.
cold. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
cold.
summer in Brazil,
Oh,
35
shit. Yeah, it
plus,
was a lot
and then
different.
going to winter
Yeah,
in
it's-
Sweden, 35 minus. Yeah, she didn't like that at all. But she got pregnant with me, and she was like, she thought she was gonna raise me for her own in Brazil.
Really?
But, yeah, she thought she was gonna do that, but she told my dad, and he was like, let's try it. And she was like, yeah, hell yeah, I guess.
So let's move here and just be done with it.
Yeah, she thought that my dad probably was gonna be like, okay, goodbye.
That's not a story that you would find today. I mean, if you look, a lot of Swedish people go to Thailand and you know these countries.
Yeah,
And I've seen even the community where I live. I have like 3 of them I know of that have like wives from Thailand,
yeah,
and so it's not something that is strange at all to the, I guess, the culture where it is today. But what I would say that it's not. I mean, what happened in our culture, in Swedish culture, or in society that made that happen? Why is it easier to go to another country? I mean, passport bros is a thing. Why is that even a thing? Like, I've seen a lot about that and whatever. And how is it not easier to just find a wife here than in Thailand, which is just like half the world away, and bring them home? Like, and they send money home, and there's a lot of stuff going on from what I've heard. Anyway, I don't know, but from what I've heard, and I could be wrong. So just leave a comment in the comment section if I'm wrong. But that's what I've heard. And I mean, let's say you're making $3,500 a month in Swedish money. That's
crowns.
Yeah, that's 35,000 crowns. And you're gonna send at least 10,000 home, right?
Yeah,
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's $2,000 out of the 35.
yeah,
You're gonna send home,
yeah.
like to another country, and you never get to see these people. How is that better than finding a person here that? But that's gotta be that the culture is it's so skewed in a way that we're not getting there, right? These people are not finding people.
Well,
Which is what we're trying to do a little bit here, is trying to get people to understand that it might not be as bad as you think. We're just not finding each other.
exactly. I think that a lot of women has forgot that men aren't the enemy. That's what a lot of women think today. Men are the enemy.
The men are the enemy.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Why?
good question.
I'm gonna grill you here. You're the only woman on the channel. I'm gonna grill you here, so I need to know, why is men the enemy? We've been trying to protect you for thousands of years. Why is men the enemy? Hundreds, if not millions, of men have died, all throughout the ages, to protect women, their societies, and all whatever it is. Why are we all of a sudden the enemy? Why is that even the case? I understand that bad things have happened, men have done terrible things, blah de blah. We all know that. It's grapes and it's whatever. We all know these things, and it's true. Some men are crazy. Some men are bad. Some women are too.
Yeah.
But why are we all of a sudden an enemy to? I think it has to do about the ways you want to live nowadays. I don't think it has to do about grapes and assaults, and I don't think it has to do a lot about that anymore. That's what you tell yourself, but I don't think that's what it is. I think it has to do with the ways you want to live. You see the lifestyle, you see the shit, you see the bag, you see whatever you want, like you shit like that.
Yeah.
Like women is a lot about socialism and stuff like that, but it's not really. I think women are sometimes more capitalistic than guys are. I mean, you hear these women a lot. It's all about the bag. It's all about the money. It's all about these things.
Yeah.
It's like you can't be more capitalistic than that. Like, and it's like it's become changed. It's changed in a way. So why are we the enemy all of a sudden? Am I the enemy to you? Do you think am I? Yeah. Am I the enemy?
No, I don't think you're the enemy. Obviously.
Yeah. Oh, really? Obviously. Okay.
Obviously.
Obviously.
I mean, I married you, so.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna go the marriage way.
Yeah. I'm gonna use that card.
You're gonna use that card. All right. Cool.
But I mean, I think it's because you hear about mostly the bad parts nowadays.
Right.
You're mostly about the bad parts, and it's a combination with the get the bag, get the money, and if you do that shit, you don't have time for a man. And a lot about like how women are complaining about when they're married and their husband don't do anything with the kids and the home and
I
all
want
that
to
shit.
emphasize when you say that, I've seen those marriages. I've seen a few of those where the guys actually don't do anything. I have seen those, and I gotta tell you, it's not pretty. It's not pretty. I've seen it, and it's not pretty. And it's true that there are marriages, relationships where this happens. They are few, but they happen. I've seen them, and it's not pretty. So continue.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I think it's a combination of that. That, like, it's that people want that we aren't together but apart. It's easier, I guess. Mostly for the government. Get more workforce and all that shit.
Right.
So I don't know, but yeah, it makes sense what you said. You want the lifestyle as well with the money and get a bag and
Right.
all that pretty shiny thing like dragons.
Right.
They just want to collect.
Yeah, you
things.
collect the treasure,
Yeah.
right? And then you lie on it for eternity.
Yeah.
And if somebody comes in and tries to steal it, you awake and you cry havoc and kill the whole world. And then you go back to sleeping in a treasure.
Yeah.
And this tribe that I just killed had a lot of treasure, so I steal that too, and they have a lot more treasure. I'm not saying the girls are like that, but what I'm saying is that I think, yeah, you're right. Like, I think maybe that is the thing, that girls are sort of... But the thing is that girls make out the most money spent in society.
Oh yeah, I believe that.
So girls spend about 70% of the money overall, 70 to 80% of all the money in society ever
Oh wow.
today.
That's bad.
So how does that, like, it's not about them, sort of pulling out the card and swishing it. That's not what it's about. It's about them telling their guys to spend the money also. So you have to put that into the equation. So, like, if that is the case, like, how can women believe in socialism if that is the case? Because socialism, I don't want to get into politics that much, but I'm gonna get into it a little bit now because it is important. For women, usually socialism is a thing, and the thing about socialism is the thought is it's a well-meaning thought. Socialism is a beautiful thought, but it doesn't work. The problem is that, I mean, if you're a woman and you're spending a lot of money on the community and you're spending a lot of money on that and whatever stuff that will impact all of you and will make all of the lives better in the community, that will be one thing, but they don't. Apparently, they spend more money on themselves and whatever they're doing, and their husband's money, and all of the stuff, even their kids' money sometimes, to make their own lives better than the community's. And sometimes is to show off their own achievements against the community. So it's about saying, I'm better than you are. So if women are like that, but women have a tendency of voting for socialistic parties or views or whatever, how does that make sense? it's sort of a two-pronged assault, right, against society. It doesn't really work. So how does that make sense? Could you tell me? Do you have any idea?
Yeah, I don't know, honestly. I think it's mostly because maybe if they think if they were in that situation, they would want all the money in the world. If they were the person that's a single mother and
Right.
can't get a job, they would want all the money in the world. I guess it's probably something like that.
What I can tell you, well, I think you're, because it has to do with you being the best, right? Because you want to be together with a guy that is the best, and then if he makes the best, then you're gonna turn into the best, and your kids are gonna turn into the best, and so on, and whatever, and they're gonna move on and have their own families and everything. You know, the whole genetical sort of line view, whatever. I think that's definitely a thing. But what I also think is that socialism is good as long as it empowers them. I think that is a big thing, and I'm not. You know, I see it as a disguising your own wants as a socialistic idea. That's what I think. I mean, we just found out in the commune where we live, right? All these leaders, they're like bosses, right? Like what, like 15, 20 of them?
Yeah.
They have no people that they're looking after.
Yeah, exactly.
That's working under them. So they're a boss with a boss's salary, and they have no people working under them.
Yeah.
So how does that work?
No idea.
That makes no sense. So it's just, and all these people are women, by the way. There's no men. There's only women. And they're all socialistic. They all will vote for the socialistic Democrats. So how does that work? They should be die-hard capitalists. Because they're taking out a paycheck out of the community that is extremely big, considering a lot of other people. Like, you know, if you would, you know, I'm a blue-collar worker, so against me, that would be a lot of money. So every person, like they will save like 2 or 3 million just to kick these people. There's only 15 of them. That's fucked up. Like, how does that work? Like, how do you even make sense of that, right?
Good idea.
Yeah. But that's the problem. It's like, you should be the biggest advocates for capitalism ever. Because spending money, your women are really good at. Apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Definitely.
I mean, according to the statistics, apparently.
Yeah, but it's a lot of different markets that advocates towards women. So
What do you think are the biggest markets against women?
against or for
No.
women?
I'm thinking that. Like, okay, that was a bad expression. Sorry. What do you think are the biggest markets that women spend money on?
Makeup.
Makeup. That was the first thing. Makeup. Interesting. Okay.
Definitely makeup, beauty.
Yeah,
like,
right. Beauty products. Okay. So, let's say the beauty market. Let's
Yeah,
move on.
beauty
Okay,
market.
beauty is one.
Sex, like sex toys,
Articles. Sex articles. Okay. So toys. Adult toys.
adult toys. Yes.
I might have to bleep that. Anyway.
Yeah, on YouTube at least.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see what happens.
And oh wow, what would be the third? Women.
Yeah, it's a good question,
Yeah,
right?
that's a good question.
What is the third?
Probably like home decoration and stuff like that. Like,
Sure.
you know, baby stuff,
But-
food.
Do you think that a lot of the I just want to like get this in there to get you thinking. What do you think about? Do you think that a lot of these companies get women to try to get their men to do shit? Like, hey, we got this new home decor. It'll fit with your kitchen, and it'll be like all this cool shit, and you don't have to get a stool to get to the highest whatever, you know, cabinet, and
Yeah.
you know, all these things.
Yeah.
Like you have all these new facilities, whatever, to make your life easier. Do you think that is something that women answer to, but they tell their men to buy?
Yeah. I mean, women are pretty like a dragon. Like I said,
They're dragons.
They
Women
like
are
pretty
dragons.
things.
Okay,
They
good
like
to know.
pretty things. They
They
want
like
it to
pretty
look
things.
shiny and good. And when
So,
people come over,
accessories.
yeah, and when
So,
people come over, they're gonna be like, "Wow, this is a pretty f***ing house,"
Yeah.
and the woman's gonna be like, "Yeah, I know."
My man built it, and he paid for it too.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
hair behind the ears sort of thing.
Mm.
No, but I think you're right. I think this is a lot about, it's about women enjoying to see other women be a little bit like, huh, maybe I should have chose this guy.
I wish I had that.
I wish I had that.
Yeah.
And what does that mean? Like, that's the problem. Like, what does that mean? Because you could have taken a loan to buy this shit. It doesn't mean that the guy's well off. But your friends will think that he is.
Yeah.
Or will think that you are.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what that means is you're trying to make your friends covet what you have.
Yeah. For some reason.
For some reason, it's weird, right?
Yeah,
But it's for some reason. Like, if it was a guy, I would be living in a garage with a Camaro, with a fucking lawn chair and a computer screen. I'll be like, yeah, I'm fine with that. And there's like a fucking small bed thing on the end, and I'll be like, all right, I'm fine with that. You know. But for girls, I don't think it's that simple. It has to do a lot about, you know, how you live and whatever you live.
Yeah, you know, you've seen all the videos with like us. We had a festivity
Sure.
like a couple of weeks ago,
Sure.
and we
Party.
cleaned the house and all that stuff. Tried
It was
to make
really clean.
Yeah, it was really clean. Try to make it look as good as possible, but and I think that a lot of women is like that. They go like crazy the day before cleaning and all that stuff.
Do you think your friends were jealous?
If they were jealous,
I think they were jealous. I think they were jealous.
yeah. I mean,
maybe a little bit.
yeah, I mean, we are very different timelines in our life right now.
your friends are your age, so most of them were like, "Hey, get the bag, girl." Most of them were like that. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, 2 of them is like working.
Swedish girls, right?
Everyone, no, yeah, 2 of them is Swedish, 1 is Finnish. So I mean,
Right.
Finnish is not really all that different. But maybe a little bit more crazy.
From Finland.
Yeah. Maybe a little bit more crazy, but I mean, it's really
Finnish
that much.
people are crazy.
Yeah.
That's what we draw from
I
this.
love her though.
Yeah,
But
she's great.
Yeah.
She's awesome. She's a little bit more, you know, liberated, I guess, than most people, but she's fine. She's cool.
But I mean, I don't know. But I've learned a lot from like my grandma mostly. Like when she was at our home at our place, when I went to her place, and it was always clean, and she
Right.
was like teaching me how to clean and
Oh, she did
all that,
that,
stuff.
huh?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
definitely teaching me
Cool.
how to clean and all that stuff.
Not a lot of people do that today.
Yeah, she did teach me that. She would thought it was like,
A little bit of wife training there.
yeah, I guess so. I mean, I think she thought it was like, I don't know how to, disgusting to show that side to other people, like a dirty home or something like that. Not disgusting.
No, but I agree.
Yeah.
You know, I see where you're coming from. If you show a place where you live with your kid and your dogs, and you show that in a like it's very dirty,
Yeah.
in a sense, and you show that to other people, it's gonna perceive, because they never see you that often.
Yeah.
So it's gonna perceive as though this is what you live in all the time.
Yeah.
Are you okay? That's what they're gonna think. So. I think you're right. I think it's also about showing people that I'm not in a bad place, but also that I'm doing well. And
Yeah.
we're fine off and whatever, and we can take care of ourselves.
Yeah.
I think that's a big thing amongst women. I mean, imagine I don't know, 3,000-4,000 years ago. You have a hut, right? Like a hut made of dog poo or something. I don't know, cow poo or whatever.
Yeah.
And you were like, yeah, I'm gonna show these people, like, we're gonna have a party. It's gonna be great. Like the guys brought home a big hunt, whatever. Like, and then you have to clean your. It's made of cow poo, right? Like that would be like it's crazy. Yeah, but it was probably a thing. You tidy it up, make it like look nice, whatever. Make some incense in there, put some nice, that will smell good, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that would be that was a thing, but yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a lot of people also would think it's like pretty disgusting walking into a home and it's like dirty everywhere. And
Sure, but imagine there was a lot of people there too.
Yeah.
How many was there? 15? 15 people. So we had 15 people at a party at our house, and so if all these people were there, do you think they would have even noticed the floors or whatever? Or,
Yeah.
I don't think so, but maybe you're right. But it could be the case. But
I mean, as someone that works with walking into other people's homes and doing stuff.
who works with that?
You do that. And
Well,
it could be pretty disgusting at times. It's
I've
like,
seen
what-
places I'd rather just turn in the door and walk out. I've seen
Yeah.
those places.
Yeah.
I didn't. I swallowed my puke and I went in and I did my work. But
Yeah. How do you feel when you walk into that?
yeah, you have to realize that most of the time, I've been into a lot of people's homes because I work a blue collar job. Like, I'm not gonna say exactly what I do, but not at the time. But I'm fixing shit, whatever, and a lot of these places look disgusting. Like, I'm gonna tell you, like, they even know that we're coming over. We told them a week before.
Yeah.
A week from now on Monday, we're coming in, we're gonna check these things out, and we're gonna fix it, whatever.
Yeah.
And these people, like, and you have to imagine, when you get in, there's a woman there. I would say about 80% of the time, there is a woman there. 20% of the time, there is no one there. And you can walk in with a key, right?
Yeah. All right.
You do your shit, you do your job, and you go out. But then again, there is a woman there. So what is she doing? It looks like shit in there. And she knows you're coming over. Like, okay, she doesn't know you, she doesn't know the job you're doing, whatever. A lot of these people are immigrants, they don't know. But some people are not, and I have to tell you, it doesn't matter if you're immigrant or not in Sweden, your place still looks like shit a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with it, I guess, because it's not my place, but I can't really tell them, oh shit, it looks like shit in here, what the fuck are you doing? You should be cleaning your place until I get here. I can't say that. So I'm just going in, doing my job, and being fine with it. If it doesn't interfere with my job, I'm not saying anything. I'm like, okay, let's look at that, whatever, the damage, water damage, or whatever it could be. So I'm fixing that, and then I'm done. I walk out, and I'm fine with it. I've been in places where I've been threatened by dogs, I've been threatened by people, and by, shit like that, and not keeping your place in order was definitely one of the sort of most normal things I'd say.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah. I believe that. I think
Yeah.
I think a lot of people let go of that.
But why? Like, you're having people over.
Yeah. I
Even
know.
even if I'm working, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Do you really want people to see your house that way? If I would bring a builder, like a carpenter, to our house, because he's gonna look at some shit inside the house, put up a new wall, whatever. I could do that myself, but let's say I wanted him to do it because I didn't have time.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, look at this, whatever. Would the house be a total mess when he came? If I told you he's gonna be here on Tuesday?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, exactly. So how did that happen?
Good question. People are lazy.
Lazy people?
Lazy
Yeah.
f***ing people.
Could be.
Feels like that.
Anyway,
Most of the
this has
time.
been great. we've had a great show. I think this is awesome. It's been great talking a little bit, whatever. We had a few nice videos and stuff like that, so I hope you liked the content, and if you didn't, that's fine. Put it in the comments down below. It's okay. It's just fine to get our thoughts and views out there. Really what this is about is getting women and men together, liking each other once again, and actually having relationships. That's what this is about, and I hope you can appreciate that. So thank you, and we'll be out with the next episode as early as we can.
Yeah.
Talk to you later. All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.